Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I am the Baseball King. This is Baseball King Collectibles. So, for yesterday's video, kind of didn't make my Met fans happy by showing all the Yankee stuff and Yankee this and Yankee that. And I could understand as a Met fan. So, growing up as a Yankee fan, I could relate because I went to a lot of Met games with my friends over the years because I was pretty much one of the only Yankee fans. And Shea Stadium, which is a much easier trip for us as kids to go to than Yankee Stadium was. And that's how, I went to a lot of Met games, a lot. I even have two seats from Shea Stadium, which I'll get to another video. But here, look, I got the 1969. This is the original 69. I purchased it in 1970 because I was, at that time, as you saw in my previous video, I like programs and schedules and all that. This is an original from 69, all right? Purchased in 1970 is the whole entire team. Let me get this out of the way first. Make a little room. And pretty much is the day I bought it. I didn't fold it or anything, so it's it's not the greatest condition. It wasn't scored, nothing like that. Like I said, this is the purchased in 1970, but it was the 69 book that they kept selling the year after. I didn't go to any World Series games, but I did go 1972 playoff game, the game where they had to throw bottles at Pete Rose from the outfield, and pretty much I was sitting in the section above that. That was a wild game. And Gil Hodges had to come down with Willie Mays and Tommy Agee to quiet the crowd. That's a day for another story again. But, I had this little Shea Stadium thing. It's not really valuable or anything. But like I said, from Met collectors, this is what I got in my home. So it's not just Mets. Not just Yankees. I'm sorry. I got plenty of Mets stuff, including here's a couple of team signed balls. This one is, let's see, Jeff Torborg. So this was early 70s when he was the manager. Let's see if I can make as Tim Burke, John Franco, Dave Gallagher. Oh, I still remember some of these names. These hard to remember. Ryan Thompson, Howard Johnson, is Doc Gooden. It's in this panel here. Oh, I can't make nobody out on this one. I don't know nobody on this one. It's been a long time. I think that's Todd Hundley right there in the second one down. This one too. Oh boy. Boy, memory fades. See, it's been a while. Back in the day, I could just roll off every name real quick. But you get the idea. Old Mel Stottlemyre, that's a beauty right there. He always gave you a grief. See, the older guys, every letter. That's just how it was, and that's how it still is. All right, and Junior Naboa, the very bottom one. I remember that one. Plus everybody else. I could look all these up and figure it all out, but, it's not a major factor ball. To a Met fan, though, it's highly collectible, right? So, I'm a Yankee fan, but it's still worth, to me, it's worth something. So we'll take that off to the side and get to the second Met ball, which I had here. This one was a Dallas Green, I believe. Yeah, it's Dallas Green right in the middle there. So this is right after Torborg or before Torborg. Like I said, I'm not the Met historian, so that I can't tell you. But looking at the ball, I see Frank Tanana, Jeremy Burnitz. Not sure who that is. Chris Jones, maybe? John Franco. This panel right here. Get centered a little bit more. Jose Manzanillo on top, right here. That's Eric Hillman. Jose Manzanillo, Sid Fernandez. Not sure the last two. This side here's another tough one. Charlie O'Brien, the catcher. Let's see. Can't make out anybody here. Bobby Jones on top. Dave Tailgater. He didn't pitch long for the Mets. I think this last panel we didn't see. That's Todd Hundley, the big one. He writes big. Ryan Thompson, Kevin Baez. So there's a bunch of Mets in there. Little Met stuff for you Met fans out here. We like that, right? So you see, that's part of my collection too. Now and these aren't easy to get. You think? Let me tell you the story about these balls. Whoops, sorry. Whoops, almost knocked you over. Don't want to do that. I want to lose you guys in the second video. All right, you get a ball like this. To buy a ball like this, very simple. But to get each and every one in person, I didn't pay for that one signature on here. This is all in person, every single one, each and every one. And pretty much I use the same pen, if you notice. I use the Bic yellow pen. It's 30 years old. Nothing's fades. These pens, this is the best pen to use on a ball. Don't use any other ball. Don't let anybody at the show tell you anything different. Let me just get one for you. I'll show you right here. I think I got one right over here. Let me just show you so you know what to use. All right, here they are. I got a box of them right here. There's a whole box. Hear that? This pen right here. Do not use any other pen but this on any baseball. Over time, it might not last. I have proved it in my collection. I mean, I got balls that 40 years old, if older. So this one's lasted the test of time. So, all right, anyway, back to how you get each one. You get there early. The Mets first for batting practice normally. You just get there. Some of them come early, by 1 o'clock. They start coming in. If you by Shea Stadium, is how it was back then, by the players' entrance. They come in their own cars, personal cars. They park, especially for all the home games. And out in the bullpen too, they would come out through the back bullpen also and drive through there. And there was a fence where, as their way into the park, you could ask them there too. So you can get at least 7 or 8 Mets every time you go to the Shea Stadium for an order, at least, if not more sometimes. And there's other ways to accumulate a lot of guys in a quick way. You can get a whole team. There's some ways to do that. You can get a whole team in one night. And I'll tell you about that one too. There's a lot of ways you can do that. But to get a ball, it's just not easy. I mean, like I said, the value of the ball's not that much for the work that was put into it to get it. So I obtained all these autographs on one ball and in great condition. So is this one too. As you can see, look at the condition, And he's been in a holder. Of course, I just took him out of the holder just to show you guys. I will never leave them out, or else they would have yellowed by now, or turned colors or whatever. I protect my collection. Trust me, no problem with that. And then coming to this 1995 yearbook, this was a job. You think this is easy to get autograph? No, this is not easy to do. So let's start out for page 1. See what I got here. I haven't looked in this in years myself, so I'm looking through this the first time with you guys to see what I got in here. Let's see, who do I got here? Joe McIlvain. He was on the board of directors then. Okay. I have a calendar somewhere. I was looking for I have a 1992 calendar with everybody signed on that one too. I gotta find that one. I'm looking for it. I'll find it. I'm just positioning myself. I was sitting on my leg. Okay. Nothing on this page. Nothing on this page. All right, there's Dallas Green. He was a really nice guy. Big guy. Ooh, he was like John Wayne. Big, tough guy, comes out after the game. Yeah, win or loss. Same demeanor. But really nice. Really nice man. I think he passed away. I'm not sure. The coaches, we got Mike Cubbage, Tom McGraw, Steve Swisher, Greg Pavlik, Frank Howard, who recently did pass away, and Bobby Wine. There was a good coaching staff. A lot of ex-players on here that had good careers. Tom McGraw had a nice long career. Started in the 60s. And Howard, we all know what he did. He was a monster hondo. He was big home run hitter. Led the league, American League, MVP. He was really a strong man. He was, up until Aaron Judge, there's probably nobody like him. And Stanton, those guys. There's been nobody like him, power-wise. All right, who's the guy here? We got Jeff Kent. He was, featured. He was probably the best player in the Mets at that time. And what a nice guy. Oh, my God. I probably got more Jeff Kent autographs from the Mets than any other player. So I'm hoping he gets to the Hall of Fame. Bump up the, my stock a little bit on him. We got Pete Harnish, John Franco. Let me center that a little bit. I'm sorry. Bobby Jones. Carvel. Jose Manzanillo on this side. Mike Remlinger. Doug Henry. Eric Gunderson. Here's a nice one. Brett Saberhagen. 2-time Cy Young Award winner, I believe. Jerry DiPoto, who's now a big with Seattle Mariners. I'm sorry. He's been the exec there for many years now, and he's really good. He's a pretty good executive. There's Jason Hakami. He was Met phenom, but didn't pan out. Dave Malicki. His claim to fame was he shut out the Yankees in the first ever Yankee-Met Interleague Series back, I think it was 1997. Todd Hundley. Great signer, great guy. Great ball player. A few years, he was really, really top catcher in the league for many years. He was, him and Mike Piazza. Once Piazza came, that was the end of his Met career. But before that, he was the big star of the team. Kelly Stinnett, he was the backup catcher to Hundley. We got Rico Bronya, who's supposed to be a good star. He was supposed to. But his star didn't shine as bright as Jeff Kent, who did shine. The Mets gave him away, or traded him away, gave him away. He didn't blossom with the Mets. Did they give him a chance? Maybe not as much, but boy, he should be a Hall of Famer. Look at his numbers. Here's Bobby Bo, not signed. And I got Bobby Bo's autograph a lot of times, so I'm surprised I don't have him on this one. Interesting. Oh, I missed that. Okay, Bill Spires and Tim Bogar. Okay. Jose Viceno, David Segui. Was that Joe Orsolak? Jim Lindemann, I'm sorry, not signed. Ryan Thompson. Brett Butler, he always drew a happy face with his autograph. He was only with the Mets 1 or 2 years, but he was exciting to watch. One of the last of the bunters, a true bunter for hits. Here's some of the Met up-and-coming guys. We had Brooke Fordyce signed and Carl Everett. Nobody else ever made it big there. Carl Everett had a good, nice career. Oh, Kevin Lemon, Blast Minor, Kevin Northrup, Pete Walker signed, and Robert Person had a nice little career too. Anybody else signing in here? I think that might be it. Let's just wiggle through it. Yeah, that should be it. But like I said, this isn't easy, guys. So I did some dedication to being a Mets fan as a collector. I was definitely a baseball fan, absolutely, no matter what the team is. I don't root against players, I root against teams. I root for the Yankees, obviously. And I don't root against the Mets. I just, either way. But I will collect anything Mets, and I have a major Met collection as well. So I hope that makes the Met fans happy today. And with that, before I knock everything down and the whole studio falls apart here, I'm going to say goodbye till our next video, and we'll see you soon. Please like, subscribe, and all that other stuff. Hit the bell, all that fancy stuff so you can be notified for our next video. And I'm going to be back again soon, guys. So we'll talk to you again. Bye.